Oh, do you have a hard job? Do you find day by day it gets a little bit tougher to make it through each day? All right, if so, then this video is for you. So something I hear very often after delivering a presentation on customer service and talking about my background with Disney World is people will come up and say, well, Danny, of course it's easy to have fun working out at Disney World. Try making my job fun. But here's what these people don't know about working out at Disney. It's brutal out there. And in this video, I am going to share details with you about the exact spot that I called hell on earth out there at Disney World. And I'm gonna share with you how a gas station clerk proved to me that any job can be as miserable or as enjoyable as you make it. So I spent my summers working out at Disney World here in Orlando, Florida, before becoming a customer experience expert. And today I'm going to share with you the real truth about Disney jobs, and I'm going to show you how any job can be enjoyable, even if you're not working at the happiest place on earth. Okay, so let me paint you a quick picture of my Disney experience. So summertime, early 2000s, I was working on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, right? The wildest ride in the wilderness out there at the Magic Kingdom. And the absolute worst rotation in any day would be at what was called the merge point. Now this is where the fast pass holders met those in the regular line. This was way before the app, so we collected the printed passes at this time. Okay, so I want you to picture this. It's 95-degree Florida heat. Humidity is off the charts. It feels like a sauna. I'm in full costume, my gold miner's costume, and just surrounded on all sides by guests that are waiting in line. I'm just collecting those paper fast passes for 45 minutes straight. The single worst rotation of any shift, as this was the hottest place that to me it felt like hell on earth. No joke. I still believe it's literally the hottest spot in the entire park. Now, whenever I go back to ride the ride, I'm still haunted by that one spot every time I see it. And what really drives me crazy now is I went back to visit the ride about a month after I stopped working out at Disney and found that they installed a fan in that spot. Thanks a lot, Disney. Okay, but here's the thing. Despite that heat, despite the long hours, the demanding guests, and yes, even the pay issues, working out at Disney was one of the most enjoyable jobs I've ever had. And it's because I learned that the secret to job satisfaction lies in how you approach your work. Okay, any job can be fun, but it ultimately comes down to how you choose to engage with your job and engage with those around you. Now, believe me, this is not to say that work will always be fun. Right? That's just not practical, it's not realistic. But if you can't find ways to have fun in your job at least a little bit throughout the day, it might be time to consider some other options. And this became my revelation after visiting a gas station. So fast forward now to earlier this year. I'm leaving a conference, I'm exhausted, getting ready to get on the road to drive back home, and I stop at a random gas station. I needed to get a Red Bull and figured I'd also buy some lottery tickets. A super healthy lifestyle, right? So the clerk working that day, he just lights up when he sees me walking towards the counter there, and he says, oh, Red Bulls are 2 for $6 today. He was incredibly positive, and I just needed the one, so I politely declined the upsell. And without missing a beat, he said, how about some of these other lottery tickets? A few of these have been really hot. I only had a couple dollars on me, so I got enough lottery tickets that I could get, but I couldn't get any more. So again, I politely declined his upsell. But there was something about his energy. I mean, it was infectious. It wasn't your typical disengaged retail worker. And that's why I said to him, I bet you are incredibly successful at upselling customers. And here his smile got even bigger, and he said, you bet I am. I've already gotten 15 people today, and yesterday I hit my personal record of 29. Now I looked down at my watch, and it was only 10:30 a.m. This guy was on track to absolutely shatter his own record. And on top of that, he was having an absolute blast in doing it. Now, I felt a little bit bad for not helping him to beat his record, though I have no doubt he was able to do it that day. But as I was walking back to my car, it hit me. I just couldn't get it out of my mind, but I realized that he had discovered the same secret that I learned working out at Disney. It was that finding the joy, finding the fun, is the difference between being miserable at work and feeling fulfilled and satisfied. I mean, think about it. If you're going to spend a third of your day at your job, you've got to find ways to make it enjoyable. And so with that in mind, I want to share with you 4 ways that I found to have fun at work and how anyone can do these things to make their jobs more enjoyable. So, number 1, make it a game. All right, this gas station clerk here, he wasn't just processing transactions. He was beating yesterday's score. Now, I used to work at a retail store in Tallahassee, Florida. It's called Guarded and Gold, where we sold FSU merchandise. Now, we would challenge each other to see how many customers we could get to buy a certain item on a given day. We'd come up with categories like the names of different fruits that you'd have to naturally work into a conversation with a customer without them even realizing it. Now, my favorite was I was able to work in the word cantaloupe and squeezed it in, and the customer had no idea. Loved that. Now, you're going to be at work for several hours, so turn some of those routine tasks into friendly competition. Track your wins, set personal records, and challenge your coworkers. It makes the day a lot more enjoyable. Number 2, celebrate the small wins. Okay, every successful upsell was a victory worth tracking. So whether you're closing a sale, whether you're meeting a deadline, or sometimes you just made it through the day, right? There are tough days, and getting through some of those days is worth celebrating it just on its own. Now, you don't need to go popping the champagne for every little win. All right, it's okay to take a few moments to be happy about something that happened, or to celebrate with your work friends about something positive that happened. Number 3, inject appropriate humor. Okay, I love to joke around with people, and when I can make somebody laugh, that brings me joy. Now, at Disney, if somebody came through the line and they were wearing a University of Florida or University of Miami shirt or hat, since they were our big rivals, my Florida State Seminoles, those were our biggest rivals, I'd be sure to just give a little smack talk in those moments. It was fun for me, it was enjoyable for them, and it made that moment matter. Now, this gas station attendant, his enthusiasm, it was so genuine, it made me want to buy more. I really wish that I could have, because I am still convinced that if I could have bought more lottery tickets, those would have been the big winners, and I wouldn't have to be here doing this anymore. So find ways to lighten the mood with coworkers and customers. Laughter is contagious. And then number 4, incorporate your interests. Okay, I love sports, and I find ways to work that into conversations. All right, like I mentioned in number 3 there, I love my FSU football, but I'm also a big basketball fan as well. And when I can connect with someone, even if it's for just a moment, it gives me some time to talk about something I really love. And it's even better when the customer then decides they want to spend a few extra minutes talking with you. So whether it's sports, whether it's TV shows, your hobbies, your personal passions, connecting over shared interests makes every interaction better. So is work going to be nonstop fun? No, all right, and it shouldn't be. But what I have found is that a job is as miserable or as fun as you make it. Now, that gas station clerk, all right, he chose to see opportunity where others see obligation. He chose engagement over just going on autopilot. And that Disney magic, that pixie dust that we all know so well. There is so much hard work going on in order to make it happen. Okay, but what I've learned is that it's not the location that makes the job fun. It's about the mindset that you choose to have as an employee, as a team member in your organization. And that mindset, it can work anywhere. Okay, so what game can you create out of your daily tasks? What small wins are you not celebrating? Now, ultimately, the choice is yours and how you spend your day. So why not choose fun? Now, if this resonated with you, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and tell me in the comments, what's the most inspiring work attitude you have encountered in an unexpected place? And if you would like additional customer service resources, I'm including a link down there in the video description below to our website, www.snowassociates.com. You can get some free tools there, and you can learn more about our training programs, either in person or virtual. You can also watch this video right here that I think you'll find to be helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.